This is a cattail spike, which is basically the top of the cattails. And these are kind of immature because they're really just now starting to come in season. So I guess this is like the pollen part. And I guess it's kind of like a dandelion. Like when they go to bloom and then the stuff flies everywhere, this will get like, most people know these are like this big around. And then they just kind of turn this like cottony stuff and it seeds. You just have to like peel it and peel it and peel it, and then you get this very small amount in here. Like none of this other stuff is really edible. Sometimes you can find like in the bigger piece of the stalk is edible, but this just all hides in there. And then really in the next couple of weeks they'll be everywhere. They just kind of pop out and then they'll all be gone. So I guess it's a very seasonal item, so I got lucky that David knew where to find it. I wouldn't film myself. That'll all go on my website for sure. Just got a little garlic oil. Got this herb press mixture of salt, pepper, thyme, tarragon, and a lot of the cattails. So you can kind of see all this yellow in here. It's probably about half cattail. And then I brine these, basically a 5-spice and mustard brine with the cattail in there as well. So I really just wanted to use this as many different ways as I could, because I'm like, well, if I'm gonna have to use this weird thing, I don't want to just throw it on the plate. A popular thing to do with these is like you just cut it off and boil it and just treat it like corn on the cob. But I mean, it's tiny, so you're not really getting anything. So what I've done is just pull all these off, and I've tried making crepes and all kind of different batters and doughs, and then just kind of, I don't know, it's like a really funky like grass and butter taste, so it's just kind of weird. I've also got a blueberry and cattail mustard that I made here. I'm gonna make a sauce out of that, and then I've got a relish that I made of like pickled fennel, cattail, and pickled blueberries. Like the blueberry thing happened because we tried all this stuff at home, and we made the crepe that was awful, and I just started trying to taste everything in my kitchen with it. And the blueberries actually taste like a blueberry pancake with it. But then I was like, you can't just like do a blueberry pancake, it's kind of silly. A lot of this is gonna be in the sauce, which is the way I really like to use it. So yep. I've just got some veal stock here. Melt that down a little. I've got a little more fresh thyme and tarragon. I got some June berries from David. They're just really pretty, so I figured might as well just play with a little more berries, especially getting like some of the wild guys. Notice this stuff kind of, it kind of loses its flavor after you pull it a little bit. This I'm going to add to the relish here. This is red watercress. Looks like it's kind of peppery. And originally when I was thinking this, I'm like, what else grows in a swamp? What comes with it, you know? I was discussing with some other cooks too about like, do we like puree this, or you know, what do we need to do? I was like, you know what, let's just, came to the conclusion, I like it chunky, because I feel like with the cattail you almost have to go with like, it seems like it should be very rustic. And I kind of like the pickling liquid in with it too, just to add a little more acidity to the plate. It's a giant pork chop. So, just get a little bit of all this here. You get this richness, and it's not the pork that's giving you the richness, and it's not the, you know, it's not the oil or anything. It's just, I don't know if it's just because I've tasted it so many times, I definitely know where it's coming from, but it's just very different flavor. I mean, overall, I feel like I could make a couple changes to this and serve it in a restaurant. It would be pretty good. I picked my buddy Blair Harridge. He's the sous chef at Brown Trout right now. Blair's pretty good at the charcuterie and, you know, the barbecuing and all, and I didn't want to just give him something too easy, you know, like, I was like, okay, let's see if he does like a sauce with this or marinade. I'm just anxious to see like what he'll actually come up with.